Okay. All right, let's do this. All right, so I think with this one I need to get up to about just under 30,000, 30 kilometers. And I keep forgetting I need to edit that to get my flags back. Here we go. Good start. On up. This is our X2. I designed this a few days ago. But yeah, here is our experimental rocket plane mission. Our goal is 700 meters per second between 10 and 28 kilometers. So first things, we just need to get up above 10 kilometers. This thing is more than capable of it. I can actually just barely hit 1,000 meters per second, which is just about Mach 2.9. It is based heavily off of the actual X2, which I spent a lot of time designing. I think I'm going to continue to use it because we definitely want to get some more of the supersonic flight research done. I do need to edit it because I originally had U.S. Air Force roundels where the Kerbal Space Program logo is. Let's straighten ourselves out. It's powered by two XLR 11s. These two aren't exactly as powerful as I'd like them to be, and I think some of the old, but it's good enough to get it up to speed once its thrust to weight ratio gets up, which I really like. To be really, really careful because this is the X1 cockpit rather than the X2. So our maximum altitude is 30 kilometers, which I did test it. Peter here will start. Peter Flores is our pilot. I think I'm blocking myself over here. Yeah, Peter Flores is in command. He will be the one. We would actually have to, should have had another one, but you know. I've done a little bit of RP1 before. My mic is a bit quiet. That's probably just because it's a little far away from my desk. Let me see if I can't move that a little closer. How's this? Is this better? Compared to the game. Oh, okay. I'm going to turn the volume down just a little bit. There you go. Okay. So we want to hit 700 meters per second. We're hitting a lot of high speed. I have played a bit of RP1 before. I had a series called Ad Astra on my channel that I was playing for a little while. But it ended up, I ended up having to stop because the save file got corrupted, and that's why this is called Ad Astra Redo. What I'm doing is I'm actually playing as both the United States and the Soviet Union in two separate save files, similar a little bit to For All Kerbal Kind, but kind of with my own spin. mainly because I'm doing it by myself. And so we're gonna really get going. Okay, we need to start. Keep going up, keep going up, keep going up. All we need is to hit 28. Like 300 more meters. And so I think yeah, I thought it was an interesting concept that I could try, because then that offers me better availability in terms of doing things like cooperation. And then I could also, it allows me to kind of stretch my engineering and design skills with doing both sides. Holy cow. Doing both sides with the trying to design things that look similar. I'm going to, like, for some things I'm going to try and do the same things, but for like other things I kind of just want to come up with my own design. And now we're a glider. My own design for a lot of really interesting things. One thing that I'm going to try and come up with, I'm also trying to do different programs, so with each group, and trying to see if I can, you know, do I don't know what I'm saying. I'm not a professional streamer, so it's it's obvious. But yeah, I think it'll be a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to giving it a shot. Right now, off stream I played a little bit, getting the Soviet Union up to January 1st, 1956, playing all the way through 1955, and so now I'm working on getting the United States through that same level. We're going to do a couple of circles around. This airplane holds a lot of energy, and so I have to do a couple of circles around the Space Center. Usually about one big circle is good enough to like get us around, but I still want to land on runway 27. But it does seem to be slowing down pretty well. So but welcome to the stream, Andrew. I appreciate you tuning in, and I hope I don't bore you. Straighten ourselves out. There are going to be periods where I'm going to have to kind of, like, I'm not going to be able to, like, see the chat for a minute, because I got to, like, landings especially are points where I feel like I really need to focus on this. So I apologize. But yeah, this is my X2. I based it heavily off of the X2, although the X2 actually used a different engine than this one. I might put that engine in here for like an upgraded X2. Fun fact for you, we're actually ahead of schedule on terms of when the X2 actually flew. I mean, we're in the right year for its first glide test, but it didn't actually ignite its engine until I think it was 1956. So we're 4 years ahead, but that's because I just didn't want to just build another X1, especially since we're timeline-wise we are well beyond where the for the X1 to be flying the X1. So I figured an X2 might be a good replacement. Oh yeah, definitely got to lock in. I think we got enough energy that we could come around on the other side. This thing has really, really wide wings. I know a lot of people like to make the stubby wing X1 as their first rocket plane, but I looked at the stats for the X2 and it had like really wide wings, about a little more than 11 meters in width for its wingspan. And so I built everything kind of off of that sort of design, and it's worked really, really well. This is one of the most, I mean, obviously when you build something that's based off of something in real life, you're going to have it's going to fly really, really well. Unless you try and build an F-104, which I've tried multiple times. I don't think I'm going to do that on this one. I think I might try an F-102 for my supersonic fighter, because I like the F-102. It's pretty simple. I gotta close something out on OBS. I don't know how to turn that off, that the screen goes away whenever I click off, so that's a little frustrating. Here we go. All right. Time to make the final turn. We're going to do a descending turn a little bit. And once we line ourselves up at the runway, there we go. Landing gear out. This thing, I like to land it at about 150, so that way I don't break the landing gear. Don't think I'm going to do that on this one though. Alright, but it could stop really fast because I got a nice big parachute on it. Ooh, that was a hard landing. Brakes don't go off the runway. I didn't see anything that said any landing gear broke, so it looks like we're good. There we go. I actually really like the F-102. It's a really, really cool airplane. And then it led directly into the F-106, which was a really, really good airplane. We'll just warp to the recovery. That should be the last of that one, and we might do a couple more launches with that one, but we've got the Hermes program going on, which is going to be our... Is there any others? Nope, we've done all those. So now all we've got left is this one, which means we need... Oh, we could actually select a new leader. I'm going to go with our flight director. Got to pick from the Americans. Homer is still a child in Colwood, West Virginia. So I think our choices are between Chris Kraft and Gene Kranz, and I'm going to go with Chris Kraft on this one. Plus 5% VAB integration. Roll out and roll back of launch complex efficiency. First to do it, it takes time. Plus 5% funds cost for crew training. I'll find that. We have Milton Rosen. I chose Milton over Von Braun because in my head we're trying to get away from using German engines. The Hermes is a Americanized version of the V2, which you guys will see here in a bit. When does... Okay. That'll be in 1953, so we'll just warp on through. We'll get to a Hermes launch, and then I think we'll do a couple of low-speed flights with the X2 in order to. But this one's just meant to get us into space and return, and then we can modify the other Hermes into the Hermes 2, which will be used for our distance. I'm going to do sort of a V2 bumper on that one. And while we wait for that, we'll do a couple of X2 flights. So Hermes 1 rolling out to the pad. We have enough money that I could start getting a couple more This one's up, so we can. I don't really need engineers for that one right now. We're going to do 10 more researchers, and then we'll launch. So this is powered by the XLR10, which one is it? The XLR41, there it is. So we have a little bit of a photography experiment on board and a couple of these, and in fact I've kind of got it set up where the whole thing is kind of the whole thing kind of returns similar to a model rocket, because it's got this really big parachute right here. Hopefully that doesn't cause us too many issues. I'm going to do orbit info, because all we have to do is get this above 100 kilometers. So in 10, 9, 8, 7, oh, hold on, I'm going to wait. I want to do it on the dot. So 15 seconds. For December 3rd, 5, 4, 3, 2, engine start, 1, liftoff. We are 48 minutes past the hour. The Hermes is off the pad. This is actually the first flight of the XLR 40, I can't remember, XLR 41. So hopefully it all works out. We're going to try and get ourselves over to about 60 degrees by the time we hit 10 kilometers. And then we're going to hold it at 60 degrees, and hopefully that gets us up above 100 kilometers. Which will be a very similar flight profile to how we're going to do the Hermes 2 with the bumper. And then I think what I want to do with the Hermes 3 is I want to add a couple of boosters onto the side. So we're at 60, we're going to hold here. It's a very, very steep ascent, but all for that, get above 140. There it is. And I'm going to shut the engine off. I think we had like barely any fuel left. Alright. Our maximum altitude is 202 kilometers. We've almost finished with that one. We have finished with that one. So we'll probably finish with the planetary photography in low altitude by the time we get down, get back, but then we begin in space. And lucky for us, we get to recover all of this. Now I just need to return home safely. That's the hard part. But luckily this thing is pretty aerodynamic. It's pretty good. I really like it. Welcome to everybody who's just joined the stream. If you've just joined, I guess I'll explain what this is. So the reason it's called Ad Astra Redo is because I had a short series on my YouTube channel called Ad Astra. You can still watch the videos. It's up on... Hold on, I don't understand. I gotta get rid of these. Okay, there we go. Sorry, I don't need to do that. I was trying to fix something on OBS, but it was a short series on my YouTube channel with the goal of just playing as the United States racing against historical Soviet Union achievements. It eventually had to end it because my save file got corrupted, and I kind of needed to, so I had to restart. That always happens. That happened in the simulations. And so instead what I'm going to be doing is I'm playing both sides. I'm playing as the Soviet Union and the United States, trying to build some historical rockets, but also my own designs to try and accomplish some of these goals, because I think that would be a lot of fun. And so right now I've got the United States we're playing up until all the way through 1955 until we match with the Soviets in 1956, and then we'll jump back to the Soviets and do another 10 years and see what we can accomplish. I'm hoping to either match or get close to some of the historical dates, although I don't think I will, at least with the Soviets. They're running a little slower than I'd like, I think, if I remember where I was when I was playing. But the United States is well on its way, so hopefully. And then I'm going to combine all these streams together into a sort of a few of these into some more cleverly put together videos on my channel. So, and I'll be honest with you, I hope N9's not watching, or Beardy, or Carnessa, but like, you know, I'm tired of waiting for more for all Kerbal Kind, so I'm just doing it myself until more comes out. This is of course not meant to replace it. It's just meant to fill that gap for me personally. So, other than rewatching the entire series over and over and over again. Alright, so we got a ton of science off of that one. So we're going to jump in here. Could get early, yeah, I got to get early material science in order to unlock everything else. Of course, I could also get satellite era electronics, which would give us a solar panel and a few satellite parts, but I think this one will be the best. And now it's time to start the development of our satellite. Before we do that, though, there is one thing that I need to do. I need to edit the Bell X2, and I need to put the Air Force roundels back on, because I actually had some issues. I originally had like the Super HD versions of Earth, and that's really nice, but it caused some problems because it is it on both sides? That is on both sides. All right. It caused some problems because it for some reason howdy Boris, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Anyway, that's the X2. Let's just fill the tanks because we're going to use a little bit of that for right now, and then fix this for right now. So save edits. Unlock those 6 parts, I guess. How are you doing, Boris? Now what I need to do is I need to nope, not duplicate. Don't do that. Scrap that. Give me that money back. Give it back. I need to edit this, because we're going to turn this into a Hermes bumper. So we can ditch this stuff. I'm going to save this for right now. Open up my Whack Corporal Tiny Tim. This is my own design. It's very heavily based. I wish I could have showed you guys this one, but I did not. So, and what I need to do really fast is I need to hit this, put this here. There we go. Now we open. Hold on, let's make some edits to this so that way it will work as I need it to. Oh, now that that's the... Okay. How come I can't select anything? Okay, that's just the game's Whack Corporal. I don't really want that. Okay, so we have the Hermes 1. Now what I need to do is I need to grab the avionics prototype. I'm going to throw that up here. I'm going to swap this to be in the main one. Pull that off for right now. What the? Why is this not working? What's going on? That's weird. What is going on? Hold on. Let's jump back in and see what happens. I'm glad it's going good, Boris. Wow, 6 people. That's awesome. I don't think I've had that many people before. All right. Let's try that again. Here it goes. Okay, so we need a science core. I'm going to switch to the start. I am not going to put all that much. I'm going to put like 250 electric charge on it. It's not going to be all that much. I'm going to load it up with experiments because this is going into space, so we might as well. Got our thermometer in there. Now we need to make it smaller. I'll do 500 just because I'm lazy. Let's get that back up to 250. Okay, now get a conventional structure tank. Get that back down to 500. Going to put a boat tail adapter on the back because I really like that. It helps it with look. I think it looks cool. Looks like I was able to get it. 0.5, 0.5, and then I think we don't need that much, so like 0.25, maybe? I don't know. We'll see what happens. So the arrow B on there. This is weird. That's not supposed to happen. Why is it? Okay, hold on. I'm going to turn the VSync off. Is that on my stream? I don't see that option. Oh, in the game. I'm not having that big of issues with my game and VSync like that, so I'm good. But I appreciate the offer. Is it slowing? Oh, I can get more rockets. Definitely want that because that LR-43 is definitely going to be useful. All right, I'm going to restart the game really fast and see if that helps with that. I apologize. This is frustrating. Okay. So it shouldn't be too long. My load times aren't that bad. But sometimes that happens sometimes. Okay, here we go. All right. So here, I guess while the game loads, I'll just talk about the plan for right now. What I want to do is I would like to build a bumper V2. That'll be what I use to get that 3,000 kilometer downrange milestone. And then from there, we're going to build. Oh, okay. I haven't had any issues with my VSync. If I start having issues, I appreciate you pointing that out to me, Boris. I'll take a look at it and see if I can't. If I start having issues, that'll be the first thing I turn off to see if that helps. Anyway, and then we got another one that's a 5 kilometer downrange milestone. And what I'd really like to do with that one is I'd like to I want to put some liquid boosters on the side. I tried something in Ad Astra the first time I played Ad Astra, and my orbital launch vehicle used basically Vanguard rockets as liquid boosters. And so I think I'm going to try something like that for the United States to get that 5 kilometer downrange milestone. And then once we accomplish that, hopefully we can then start getting into some other space research developments. And then we'll also be well along our way to completing the contracts for our aviation contracts. So on the plan that I want to do for the aviation contracts is I'd like to build first a F-102 to get the Mach 2 contract. Although I don't know, no, the F-102 couldn't do Mach 2, could it? I might build a B-58, build something big. Why not? F-102. Its top speed was 810 miles per hour, which isn't really what we want. So I think we definitely, I think I'll do the B-58. That'll be really cool. I like the B-58. I work at a museum here in Nebraska that has a B-58. In fact, it's a really famous B-58 called Grease Lightning. And what Grease Lightning did was it flew from Tokyo to London in 8 hours and 30 minutes, which is cruising speed of about Mach 2, which is really, really cool. And I love the B-58 for that. It's got this really nice big delta wing on it, and then 4 F-104 starfighter engines mounted under the wings, and then a nice big it was an interesting development because it didn't have, it was a really thin it was a really super thin what's the word I'm looking for, fuselage, and so it didn't have room to put the nuclear bombs that it was designed to carry. And so they instead instead what they did was they put they had a underbelly external fuel tank that also doubled as a nuclear bomb, which was pretty cool. And so I don't think I'm going to do the whole nuclear bomb part of it, but being that I'm playing as the United States, when did the B-58 come out? I think B-58, because I better. Okay, its first flight was in 1956, so we might be getting ahead of that one as well, because we had a whole lot of we're already ahead with the X2. We're ahead by 4 years. Might as well get the B-58 rolling out right away if we can get those engines. I don't know when I get those engines. When do I get the Starfighter engines? Not 100% sure. I better take a look. I do have to be careful though with the B-58 because it is going at Mach 2. I think we gotta watch out for engine overheat, especially at lower altitudes. But it'll be very, very cool. I love the B-58. It's a really, really cool airplane. Fun fact, one of the proposals for the SR-71, you know what else I'm going to do while I'm here? Yeah, I'll just turn off the V-Sync so that way Boris, do I have Don't sync. Okay. Audio. I'm going to turn the music off for right now. Because I'm going to be putting this into a video. All good, Boris. You have a good day now. Das Vidania, das Skorovo. So anyway, those of you who don't know, I'm playing two versions. I'm playing Ve Kosmos, which just means in space in Russian, and Ad Astra. Right now we're playing through the Ad Astra section because we're playing as the United States. If we get to 1956 with the United States before the end of the stream, I'll play a little bit of the Soviet Union with the goal of getting to 1961. And then I have to work on a video at some point today. I also have to do the dishes, so not sure when I'll end the stream. But anyway. Bell X2 is just getting modified in the hangar. And now let's edit and build our Hermes bumper. So I'm just going to rename this into Hermes bumper. So I had to restart the game because I was having weird. So this is going to be a science core because this is just going to be the upper stage. 250. Apply resize to fit. And then we're going to do diameter of 0.5. You know what? Yeah, 0.5 probably is good enough. So we can put 250 back in. Okay. Now I take this off. First thing I want to add, nose cone. That is really, really thick. You know what I'm going to do for that? I don't like it being that thick. I'm going to increase the diameter, or there we go. What's our 324? You know what? We'll take it. Move up just a little bit. Okay, now I'm not going to be able to do the boat tail that I was planning on doing. We'll throw the arrow B on there. There we are. And the next thing, we can, the AJ 1027, we need to make this one a high pressure aluminum fuselage. Actually, while we're at it, we'll also have to modify the we'll have to modify the Hermes down there to be that one. All right, so this one has, if I remember, this one has 52 seconds. Okay, so we just need to get that up to 52 seconds. It's at 5 seconds, so 14. Okay, I'm gonna actually increase the diameter of this by 1 because I think I don't want this to be super long. There we go. That'll help a little bit. 37. Hey, Kerbal Missile. Welcome back. We are building. Okay, yeah, that is really, really long. Maybe I should have stuck with 0.5 because I think that would have been better. Now we can bring that length back a little bit. 52 seconds, that's all I need. Now that we have it at 52 seconds, at 0.5, I could throw a boat tail adapter on it. Is that extra mass? Yes. Does it make it look cool? Also, yes. I think that's good. There we go. And now we add the decoupler. I'm gonna throw it at the end right here. Nope. Put it here. There we go. Zero fillet. There we go. I'm actually going to swap this out because I think we need to carry lengthen that out to 1 meter. Okay, this one I need to turn off the fairing decouplers. There we go. All right. Two. About there. And I'm going to sink these in just a little bit, right about. Bring them down to about here. I'm sure that won't cause any problems at all. This thing now weighs 16 tons, which is exactly 1 ton more than I would like. Let's see if changing out the fuel tank might. We're spending a lot of money anyway, so let's change this to an aluminum fuel tank. Fill it there. Bring our utilization up a little bit, and then this engine, 70 seconds. So we're a little high on that. Let's just get down just a little bit. Here we go. Try and put these back on. Okay, I guess I have to. I hate that glitch. All right. This. That'll help with the mass a little bit. Down to about half. That's good. I'm not going to bother with that, but this I need to change it to a black. This one we're going to try, where's a yellow? To make yellow you need green and blue. So if I just pull this back. Okay. Where's it? Green and red. That's sort of a gold. Let's bring the metallic back. There we go. Hey, there we go. I don't really need fins because this should be able to just fire here, and then while these are firing, we'll fire that one. Alright, Hermes bumper. Here it is. before we do anything else, let's simulate it. See what happens. I should, yeah, it's on this side, so. Hold on, I'm gonna adjust my light just a little bit. There you go. That's not too bad. All right. So up here is where we've got all of our experiments. Well, I'm gonna put all the experiments up there, but we'll put them up once I've got. Okay. Sun setting, so we'll end up being in darkness, but that's all right. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Engine ignition. Lift off. Controllable 15 tons. Well, I guess we got it to 15 tons. I think the height is the only problem now. Now we need to get, so our goal, hold on. I think we need, is it surface info? Pitch, heading, altitude. No. Is it ascent stats? There it is, downrange distance. We need to get this to 3,000 kilometers. Let's pitch over just a little bit more. We're going really, really fast, so I'd really like to pitch down way, way more before we light. There. We'll see if 60 degrees is enough. We're going to get some serious altitude out of it. Not enough spin on that one. Okay. Let's see what happens with just this. It's a little rocky, but it might be okay. Maybe-ish. Probably. Probably not. Got our altitude, our apoapsis is way up there, highest we've ever gotten it. Probably put that away. I think 3 kilometers actually puts us just a little bit off the coast of Africa, if I remember from previous playthroughs. If you get it to 45 degrees, you want to aim for like an altitude of I think around 750, but I don't remember. I want to go for about, okay, 60 degrees because it's a little easier on me. Let's see what happens. I don't think we made 3,000. Nope, not quite. We got close though. I think this can do it if we can fly it properly. I need to adjust this though, so that way it kind of does better. So let's head back. Let's head back to the assembly building. Let's make a couple of edits. Trying to think about how to do this. I think what I'm going to do first is I'm just going to about there. Let's see what that does. And we just need to fly this better. So let's simulate. Oh, the bug bites on my arm. Okay. Let's make sure Smart ASS is on. And in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, liftoff. Want to get to, all right, we're getting pitch over maneuver. Real gentle pitch over maneuver. I hope none of y'all are watching this and hoping to use this as a tutorial, because I am not very good at this version of this game. I get really, really excited when I get to that first satellite, and that's where I've kind of been stuck. So hopefully this, by streaming it and actually working through it, I'm not holding myself on to any dates, specific dates. I'd like to, before the 1950s end, get a satellite for both the United States and Soviet Union launched, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. I'm not 100% sure. It's going to be close. It's going to be really, really close. Okay. I'm going to lean it over to, at about 20 kilometers, we want to be at 45 degrees. If we're at 45 degrees, we'll see what happens. I think we'll make it. And engine cutoff. We have good ignition, and it looks stable. I think our edits to the spin motors really helped out. And now we are definitely on our way. This is a fat upper stage. Probably not even the fattest I'm ever going to make, but it just looks chunky. Well, look, we got Jupiter out there. And there, of course, is the moon. I'm always surprised whenever I see the moon, because I'm used to Kerbal Space Program, where the moon is like the size of my thumb. And I'm sure this one, it's actually like the size of my thumb, but like on the screen, it's about the size of my thumb, rather than the size of a little Kerbal's thumb. So we have, I think, if we can get it to 750, please. Yes, I think we might have done it. That's a nice long one. It's going to be close. This needs to be... It's close. It's really close. 2.6. Super close there. Got to think about some way to branch that out just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. We just need a little bit more out of it. I'm trying to think about how to do that. I might... Alright, exactly 52 seconds. About exactly 1 minute 10 seconds. See if just losing a little bit of mass helps. Sure, it's not a good idea to have that like burning that close, but you know what? I'm sure it'll be fine. Oh, you know what? Let's just finish it. Let's get it all the way in. There we go. All right. All right. 20 people watching. Wow, I think that's the most people I've ever had watching my stream. I appreciate you all coming in. That is really exciting. All right. So those mass losses should, 3, 2, 1, should push it up just beyond where we need it to be. All right. We're going to begin our pitch over. Once again, I'm leaning, I want to go for, I think last time I said 60 and then I did 45 anyway, so we're going to be at 60 degrees by the time we reach 10 kilometers at least, and then we slow our turn down a little bit and try and get it to 45 degrees by 20 kilometers. But we really, maybe not, maybe do a shallower climb up. Well, we're already at 60 degrees, so all right. Here we go. Hope you all don't feel a little cheated by my, that's an old picture from my some previous playthroughs. I just wanted something that was Kerbal Space Program. I'll take some for this video, from this video, so that way I have some proper pictures to use as my thumbnail for this. But you know, here we go. I think we've got this one. I think this is it. This is the one that does it. And then all we have to do is repeat this in real life. And we're good to go. There it is. The beautiful coast of Florida, bathed in a sunset. Too bad no one can actually see this right now because there's no cameras on this. And I don't plan on putting cameras on this because that's just extra weight right now. 500, 600, 700, 800, 850. Alright, so if we can get, let's see what happens. If we get, by the time we reach apoapsis of 858, 1.1. Should I point down a little bit more? Should I try and get myself like out to like 30? 0.2, 3, 0.4. We're pretty close. Maybe it's just enough to do it before it blows up. 7. I don't think it's going to do it. Ah, 200 meters off. We're getting close. I think all I need to do, let's just try that launch again, and I'm going to try and do, we're going to get up a little bit more. I want to get to we're going to get to 2 kilometers, and then we'll start our gravity turn. So, but I think if I do a little bit more of an aggressive gravity turn, and by the time engine cutoff, I'm at 30 degrees instead, we'll get less altitude, which isn't really the point. So, but we'll be able to make it. So, here we go. 3, 2, 1, ignition, and liftoff. So let's get to. I want to be at 75 degrees by the time I reach 2 kilometers. And by the time I reach 10 kilometers, we're at 60 degrees. It's a little more gentle. Continuing that turn. By the time we reach 20, we want to be at 45. And then before engine cutoff, we want to be at 30 degrees. We should still be getting into space with this. Just a little bit more. Come on. Come on. We're a little bit steeper on that one, but I guess maybe that'll help. This is going pretty well. It's stable. That's the important thing. I've done the 3 kilometer downrange with this rocket, so it's definitely stable, which means that we should be good. I'm at least good at building stable rockets. Altitude's not really what we're looking for, but that definitely helps us point downrange. Oh, of course, now you're playing Helldivers 2, Noah. You choose when I'm streaming something else to play. Alright, whatever. Get ourselves 817. Where are we at? 250. So close. We're going to get so close again. We're going to be off just a little bit again. You like to, the best way that you could tell if you're actually going to achieve it, I'm going to go all the way just to see what happens. But I'm pretty sure we're not going to make it because, like, despite the fact that our trajectory is definitely far enough downrange, yeah, we didn't quite make it. So let me think about how we want to, what sort of changes we want to make that'll help. I mean, the best thing that I can think to do is to bring this length down. Bring this length back just a little bit, just to lower the amount of mass that we have on the rocket itself, and see if that helps. We'll get there eventually. We'll actually do some real launches. I mean, I guess this is entertaining, the simulations, to see if we can actually achieve the goals. All right, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to get just a little bit more aggressive with my gravity turn. Still a lot of the same goals with 75 degrees right about here, 4,000, and before 5,000 I want 60 degrees. I just want to push that trajectory over a little bit more. I think this, although this might increase my drag losses, let's get it to 45 and hold it there. Maybe that's all I need to do. So we got pretty close there. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Nice stable ignition. I can't remember how many meters per second it was that you're supposed to have for this to technically be able to accomplish this mission. Bet you if we can get this to 900 kilometers in altitude, well, there's insufficient disk space to continue recording. Well, that's fantastic. I have to delete some stuff, which I will do later. But that means that I'm not recording this even though I'm streaming it. So maybe I'll just download it off of YouTube when I'm done. That was less than ideal. Let's see what happens. We're at 1,100. Need to be at 1,500 by the time we reach apoapsis. And we're not quite making it. Nope. Yeah, we're not making it. There it goes. 2,700 kilometers. I gotta figure out where. I think my drag losses increased because I Maybe if I smoothed out this cone. Smooth cone. That might help a little bit, maybe. Who knows? Oh wait, no, we're down to. This is still at 500, and these are at. Okay, there we go. That length back up to 1 meter. Maybe that'll help. I don't know. I think we needed over 7,000, but I'm pretty. I'm still like. Gotta figure out where. Maybe if I bring the diameter back 1 and increase the length a little bit. I need this up to 52 seconds again. There we go. My leg itches. Sorry. Okay, there we go. Maybe that'll help. Reducing drag. Maybe that'll help. If we reduce drag, reducing drag might be the best course of action. There's a lot of different ways to get more speed. We're up to 5,877. So, 4, 3, 2, 1, lift off. Not enough speed, we're going to start pitching over. $30,000 feet. Accelerating still. Want to reduce drag as much as possible. Maybe I could reduce mass by, well, four, 3, 2, 1. There we go. Maybe if we keep our drag losses below 500 meters per second, that'll be fine. It's thinner, so who knows? Who knows? Let's see what happens. Red. $500, $600, $700, $812. Maybe that's enough. Maybe that we've pushed it out just far enough. Nope, not quite. Not quite. we got really, hold on, we got really, really close when we did the, when we pulled it down to 30. Maybe if I can just hold it on 30, like just like really actually get it to light on 30, then we'll be all right. So let's try that. We'll eventually get there. I feel like I'm being a little too aggressive with my gravity turns, but somehow I also just am not getting where I need to be at those times that I need to be there. So we're going to be just a little bit more aggressive with it and see if that helps. It's probably going to increase our drag losses though. There we go. Just get down that last 15 degrees is all we need. Probably really going to increase our drag losses with this one. We'll see if it's worth it. Well, I don't think the booster survived. We've just now gotten it above the edge of space. $200 kilometers down apoapsis. This might be it, maybe. Our drag losses are way higher though. So hopefully we traded all of that for just barely 500 kilometers in altitude. That looks a little better. See what happens. At 150. I think we're barely there. We might just be able to make it. Nope, not even close. Drive more than 200 kilometers every day, but the Air Force is really, really serious about this 3-kilometer downrange rule. Might be spending. $2,700. Maybe we just scrape by. Nope, we're not going to. Nope, not quite. All right. I got it. Wait. What if it's just weight? What happens if how much do these weigh? What happens if I just take that off? Let's reduce the amount of electric charge to like 100. So that's probably too much. So let's reduce that to about 500. We're at our full amount. Does that mission need... I think the service module probably weighs more. Is there a way... Trying to think about how we can reduce weight. I think we've reduced it quite a bit, although the only problem that we'll have is the fact that I don't think I'll have roll control with this, but we'll try. I'll try and start spinning it up and see what that does. We don't need to spin all that much. All we need to do is get it stable. And it could just be stable just at the start. So we're going to try this. We're going to stick to the 45 degrees rather than go all the way down to the 30 degrees because I think the 30 degrees gives us too much drag loss. And we really want to limit that as much as possible. 3, 2, 1, lift off. So we'll get it to 45 degrees and we'll hold it. We might also just reduce drag loss by just going with the original plan of 60 degrees. Let's try that. If that doesn't work, then we'll go back to 45. But just 60 degrees might give us just, like, reducing drag is really, I think, going to be the big thing for this flight. So let's see what happens. We're at about 5 seconds. I'll hit Q and I'll see if I can't get it to spin up. Oh, we can. Okay. Okay. We can actually do that. So I am going to revert to launch. I'm going to change. It's going to be a hot fire. Just like the actual V2 bumper. It'll be a hot fire. So this needs to be down here. And we'll change that in the VAB if this works. I know for a fact we can spin up now. I'm still a little testy about the .60 degrees, so I'm going to try for 45 again, just because I feel like that will give us the best results. Hey, thank you very much. I appreciate that you enjoyed the stream. I appreciate all of you guys coming in and joining with me. I hope I don't bore you all with my history facts and all that other stuff. So let's get to 45 degrees and hold it. 45, 45, 45, 45, 45, 45, 45, 45. That way I don't feel like I'm talking to myself. This is probably a better way to play. Okay. Then at 5 seconds, we begin the spin up procedure. We could probably do it at 3 seconds, honestly. I'm going to do it at 3 seconds because I don't need it to spin up all that much. 3, 2, 1. Beginning spin. We have good ignition. That's not stable. But it's stabilizing, maybe. I think the fact that the engine was still firing when I lit and deactivated was not great. But we'll deal with it. Need to get that closer to 0. at least it's still pointing up the entire way. 4, 3, 2, 1, 6, 6, 9. Looks about the same as what we've had recently. 13. Damn it. Didn't quite make it. Batteries don't matter because all we need to do is get this thing out there. And I think we still have, yeah, we still have electric charge. Not anymore, we don't. All right. Let's try again. I think our losses there were because we because when I ignited the engine. I'm saying we like you guys. I mean, you guys are helping, but like I'm saying we like it wasn't all my fault. So because we lit the engine too early, that gave us that unstable spin. I mean, it was still pointed up, but you know. So I think we need to try and ignite it closer to 0. Otherwise, that was really, really good. I'm glad I found out that we can just spin it up, because I did not want to have to we're almost at maximum dynamic pressure here. Which will begin reducing after about 20 kilometers. Alright. Yeah, right here is when dynamic pressure is going to start reducing. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Oh, I forgot to change that. Ah, I'm so stupid. God damn it. Hold on. Ooh, yee, that's bad hair. Nope, hat goes back on. Okay, I forgot to change this. That's my bad. This time for sure. This time we've got it. This time, failure is always an option. Don't ever tell yourself that it's not an option, because failure is always an option. But failure, I'm not gonna accept it. Not now. Not when we're so close. Ooh, I don't know if I want to cover my eyes like that. Okay. Here we go. We're getting there. We're getting there. I'm curious if I should hold it at 60 until we're above 20, and then try and do a more aggressive turn to try and get us, so that way we can just get a little bit more altitude and ignite this thing in slightly 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's stable-ish. We're just a little off, but that's all right. I think we've got it this time. I think we've got it. Hey, quick question for chat. If I say the word subscribe, does the thing do the weird thing? I feel like I haven't said the word subscribe enough, so I'm just joking. I'm not gonna do that. For those of you who are just joining, my name is Benjamin Gotch. As with the name of the channel, Astro Hope Ben. and I am hoping to become an astronaut. And this series right here is just, ooh, this maybe, I don't think it did it. Maybe it did, maybe it didn't. What would happen if I threw a Tiny Tim booster on this? But anyway, this series is sort of a restart for a series on my channel called, what's it called? Ad Astra. I forgot the name of my own series. And so instead of, as I was playing Ad Astra, my game file got corrupted, and so I had to do some, I had to restart. And so with this one, what I wanted to do was play as both the United States and Soviet Union. So right now I'm playing as the United States, getting to, we might have done it. That might be it. This is the one. And so we'll be fine. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it. If we can get just above like 800, 7, 8. All we need is that last 200. Just survive, man. Survive. Survive. Please. We've lost control. That's fine. I don't need it to have control for this part. That's close enough. That's close enough that I feel like that I feel like just like a little bit more. I think we can do it. So that's close enough. That's as close as I think we're gonna get. But anyway, I'm playing as both the United States and Soviet Union. I'm playing right now. I'm playing as the United States. I'm getting us to 1956, to same year that the last time I played as the Soviet Union I got to, and then I'll jump back into the Soviet Union. Maybe if I just change this to a, there we go. If I do, there we go. Maybe that'll just reduce the drag losses just enough to where it'll work a little better. But yeah, so anyway, Hermes bumper. I'm gonna save this. I'm gonna tool everything, purchase all the tooling, and then we are going to save edits. Oh, hold on. Yeah, that's good enough. We're going to cancel the edits, and then we'll just change it over to a Hermes bumper once we upgrade everything. I just need to jump back into the VAB, start the upgrades, and should be good. What is the problem, though? Problem 16.8 meters. Oh, we actually got it below. Wow, that's actually really good. Okay, so yeah. I'm just going to modify this launch complex. And then, anyway. So V2 launch complex. One, we're going to edit that. Wow, we're almost at 30 views. I don't think I've had that many views on any of my streams. I'm going to load up the Hermes bumper. I'm going to save edits. We're going to unlock the 3 parts. Tool all, purchase all tooling. Thought we already did that. Save those edits. And then we're going to build 2 of them. I'm always going to have 2 of them in the build queue, just so that way, for the time being, because 1, my rockets aren't that expensive yet, and 2, if I have 2 of them, ooh, we just hit 30, nice! If I have 2 of them, that means that we're good to go. So while that one's building, I don't really have any contracts that I can do, but I want to get some more science So mission, we get these guys trained up. At the same time, we're going to prep it for air launch. It's going to finish up its prep, and then we're going to be like, what, 10 minutes? No, 2 days. 2 days, 9 hours, 32 minutes. And we'll just, so we'll fly some more of the X2. Because research-wise, we are a couple of months away. I think we should be okay to hire another 10. Oh wait, nope, not what I wanted to do. Well, now I gotta wait because I already hired those guys and then I didn't even put them anywhere. That's gotta be frustrating for them. Anyway, we're gonna do, Wilfred is gonna take the X2 out, and we are just going to be going, we're trying to finish Mach 1 research. So get rid of these. Throttle up. Fire. So we need to get above 10 kilometers and above 450 meters per second, and then we're good to go. We only have 12 minutes left, so we're going to try and hold that speed for as long as we can. Let's go to about 30 degrees. Nice. Okay. Between 450 and 525. So let's level off here, so that way we can build up as much speed as possible. I don't want to try and level it off, so that way we're gaining any altitude or any speed. And once we get above 450, we'll start throttling back. This has been a very, very successful rocket plane, actually. I was a little nervous about it because of these really wide wings, but it does really, really well, especially at these extreme altitudes. And so I'm actually really, really cool with this. Like, this is awesome. And we are almost above 450. Here we go. Drop back. We want to hold this as long as possible because we just want to try and get as much supersonic flight research done as we can. This is probably going to be the most boring part of the entire video. This is going to be just 10 minutes of me flying in a straight line with Wilfred. This is a pretty good airplane. I really like how this turned out. I'm pretty proud of this one. It's actually really, really accurate to the actual X2, which I'm sure some of y'all already heard me talking about that earlier. But it's got nice, really long wings are really good. I like the shape of it. I think I did a really good job with this. I'm pretty proud of it. The only thing I think I could work on, well, we'll get that engine too. The only problem with that engine is the fact that it kind of has a unstable, like The actual engine that the X2 used had sort of this weird thing where it thrusted. It didn't fire through the center of mass, and so it was a little unwieldy to control. How far away from? We should be able to glide back once the engine cuts out. We should be fine. Yeah, getting more research out of this. This is going to be great. And all we have to do, once we upgrade it, I'm pretty sure I can use this thing to get up above 40 kilometers. I'm almost positive I can. I'm not 100% certain about that. So we'll probably end up having to use our Mach 2 capable fighter, the F-102. No, we're going to do the bomber. I'm going to build a B-58. I think that'll be really cool. All right. Let's see if we can glide back to home base. I bet you we can. We got enough energy on this one. I mean, you guys saw how long it took this thing to run out of energy, especially once it got down to those lower speeds of like 100. Especially since we're at 10 kilometers, we can honestly start dipping our nose down a little bit and start losing altitude. If we can maintain this speed, need to turn a little bit to the right. Oh yeah, we'll be fine actually. I honestly need some air brakes on this thing. So we're going to do another turn to the right, another turn back. Come down a little bit. Okay, this is low enough. Now we want to start really losing speed here. Okay. See if I did this right. So if I did all this right, we should land where I need to bleed off more speed. We're going to do a couple of big banks. There we go. Do another one. Here we go, here we go. Let's extend the gear, build up some more drag. Another big bank. Some big turns, there we go. This is it, this is where we want to be. Right here. Alright, we're over the runway. Flare just a little bit. Nope, that's too much. I am allergic to the center line, so don't make fun of me for that, okay? There we go. I'm also obviously an American because I need to drive on the right side of the road. There's another really successful flight there. Oh, if my accent didn't give it away. Okay, beautiful. Another 1.6 science done. We're gonna get that back. Hermes in 1 month. You know what? Let's time warp up to the first Hermes bumper. Let's go over to researchers. Let's hire another 10. I wanna like slowly build up my researchers just because I don't want to like get to a point where it's like, oh no, I'm losing a lot of money now. So, all right. rather us launch into the morning sky. Here we go. First launch of the Hermes bumper. We are in 1953. If we can do this, we are well ahead of our capabilities. So this is 1953, right? Yep, 1953. Let's put the delta V stats up there and orbit stats. Oh, hold on. You know what I forgot to do? Let's go back to the Space Center. I have to actually accept that mission in order for it to actually be accomplished. That would help, wouldn't it? What do you guys think? Do you think that would help? Okay, suborbital rocket development, downrange milestone 3,000 kilometers. Let's do a quick check. Ooh, actually, we're chief scientist. Who's Jack Parsons? 12% to solid rocket engine research speed, plus 40% solid rocket engines. Ooh, Hungarian-American physicist who is actively research speed. Betty. Excellent. That might be good. But I think we're going to go with... We're going to go with Von Karman. I think he'll be really good. And then we'll Alright, so we have our downrange milestone set up. And we're going to do this. This is alright, say it with me. This is the flight that gets the 3,000 kilometer downrange milestone. This is the one that's going to do it, alright? No doubt, no way it doesn't. So, the flight plan for this one right now. Hold on, let me make sure. We're going to go up. We're going to try and get ourselves over to 45 degrees. I might push it just a little bit beyond 45 degrees just to see if I can't push ourselves just a little bit further downrange. But we're going to try and get to 45 degrees before 20 kilometers. That is the goal. And if we do that, and then we have to, I forgot to move this in the VAB. So, and then we'll also, we need to fire this engine at like 0.5 seconds remaining in this in the Hermes. So, ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, liftoff. Beautiful liftoff, 25 minutes past the hour. Beginning pitch over maneuver. At 70 degrees, 3 kilometers up. Don't need to be super aggressive with it, but we want to be aggressive enough, especially in this, to where we're constantly pushing it over. We want to like ride along that lower end there. 65. We're at 55 degrees. 50 degrees. Let's try and get it to 40 degrees. I bet you 40 degrees is the sweet spot that we want to go for. 45 degrees. We're at 40 degrees and we lost. Good ignition on that second stage. We lost power to it right at a really good spot, and now it's really unstable. So this is probably not going to do it. Unless that little bit of extra time in the lower region helps push us a little bit further. I don't think we got it spun up fast enough. It's spinning way too slow to actually be stable. maybe this works out. Who knows? I don't think it is. I forgot to add experiments to this too, so we're not going to get very much data out of it. Because I think we already have, yeah, we already have all the telemetry analysis. So for the next one, we definitely want to. The one time we actually get the XLR, the one time we get a failure on the XLR-11, and it is on this flight. I'm going to actually just stay like this. $435, maybe. No, I don't think we're gonna make it. No, that's not even close. We need to get to like out to here in order to get that 3 kilometer downrange. Got clue. This thing can do it. I know this thing can do it. We did so many tests in the sims for this. But it's just not there. It's just not there. That stability, the losses that we had from this less than ideal spin, and then I think the losses that we had towards the end of that burn really killed our chances there. But that's all right. We're more than halfway. We'll get more than halfway. Yep, there it goes. We're at 2,048. Not a bad start. Not a bad start to that. I think that is a really good downrange to get. So I'm not too worried about it. I think the next one could do it. We'll just need to make sure. This is why we build 2. This is why we're constantly always building 2. And we have enough money to build to get another 10 staff. We're up to 100 researchers now. So we had a nice flight there. The next bumper is at the 5th. So while we're at it, let's make sure this time we'll have Peter do it with Will as the backup. Research 0528. Another flight of the X2 just to get a little bit more data out of it. We're actually going to bring this down to I kind of like to be able to do. All right, Peter, get a chute, fill the tanks. Get the controller out and ready to go. I don't think I'm gonna say this and then I'm gonna have like some form of a failure, but I don't think I've had a failure on the XLR-11s yet, which is awesome. Howdy, my name's Astro Hope Ben, or Benjamin Gotch. I am well, I'm playing Realism Overhaul. I had a series called Ad Astra on my channel a while ago. But I had to stop because the save file got corrupted. So it's good to see you, Doom Dim. Welcome to the show. Right now I'm flying my X2. I've already completed most of the rocket plane contracts that I can do right now. So I'm just doing this to try and get myself some more supersonic flight research done. How are you doing? Let's get to 15 and then we'll start pitching down. So that way we can get up. We need to be 450 and above 10. That's all we need. Getting to 15. Here we go. Nope, down just a little bit. There we go. This is a sweet spot area where we can really maintain our speed and altitude. This should be good. Oh yeah, we're fine. We're fine. The X2 is doing great. Beautiful. Then we'll come around for a couple of spins around the Space Center. Do a low pass over Orlando, shatter some windows over there. I think that'll be fun. Oh yeah, we're gonna make it right across. Put the nose down a little bit more. The Earth is dropping away from me. Okay. 8 minutes. I don't know how much time left on the burn, but we should get a good amount of data from this. We've gotten to a nice, smooth area. The less time that I have on this, the less things I got to worry about when I build the B-58, because then probably just like the F-86 that I have in the hangar, it's not going to really be all that used after I complete those contracts. Then I'll also build a U-2, but that'll require the even bigger, the even better cockpit. We're pretty close there. Don't like being that close too. Forgot that our thrust to weight ratio goes up as we lose mass. Oh, there's Orlando below us. Engine cutoff. Let's put ourselves into a bit of a dive. See if we can't maintain some of this speed. For just a little longer. Nope. Put that away. Okay, we're going to speed up just a little bit so that way we can get over there. I'm going to drop ourselves down below 1 kilometer and we'll land on runway 9. Once we drop out of this cloud bank, we should be fine. I'm sure the people of Orlando did not mind me blasting their eardrums with a nice sonic boom there. I mean, they're going to get a lot of sonic booms once we really start going. So we'll start having space shuttles, the dinosaur, twin sonic booms going off constantly. So we build space stations. All right, let's line ourselves up with the runway. Bring her in. I like to try and get below 150, but 160 is, I think, below 160 is definitely fine. I think I landed at 165 and the landing gear didn't break, so we're good to go. We're good to go. We're just going to flare it just a little bit here. Just a little bit. Extend ourselves out. Here we go. Ready. Okay, we've used a lot of this runway. And yes, once again, I am allergic to the center line, and I'm an American, so I have to land on the right side of the road. That is another successful flight of the... That is another successful flight. And we got 2 science out of that. Nice. See, can we unlock anything with that? I don't think so. Can we get these? No. No, no. Not quite. Just a little bit more to get mature supersonic flight, and then we can start getting ready for it. Let me see. Ooh, this powered the A12. This one powered the B58 though, so this is the one that we're going to be using. Alright. Yeah! I'm streaming. Oh, 5, 12, I think, yeah, we'll wait a little bit before. Oh, hold on, hold on. I forgot something. This won't take too much, it'll just, you know, change the experiments around a little bit. I said I'm streaming, I can't. What do you mean, boo? Barometer and a thermometer. Baro and thermometer. Those should be good. Didn't even add all that much time to it. Just roll it out to the pad. This one This one we're going to do it, all right? This one, say it with me, this one is going to make it to 3,000 kilometers downrange. I think we've got it. So put the controller down for the airplanes, and once we do that, we should be good to go. So let's get all of our stuff activated. Delta V, orbit info. We'll use this. All right, ready? All right, so same as last time, same plan as last time. We're going to try for 45 degrees. I think 45 degrees is the sweet spot. 40 degrees might be enough, but I pushed it last time. So 45 degrees I think is going to do it. 45, and then we can need to light this at 0.5. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. 11 minutes past the hour, we have liftoff. Beginning pitch over maneuver. .75 degrees. I'm going to hold there for just a minute and continue. Get ourselves over to 60 degrees before we hit 5 kilometers. Before we hit 5 kilometers. All right, going to hold it there. Continue. And then we hold it at 10 kilometers, 45 degrees. .45 degrees. Okay. 15 seconds till engine cutoff. Push it down just a little bit more. Maybe that'll be okay. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. I forgot to change the stage. Oh my God! Wasted a whole thing. We're not even getting any science out of this. Failure to ignite the upper stage. Well, that's stupid. I hate that. I gotta fix that in the... Oh, I can't believe I did that. So let's edit this one. Just change that staging thing. God damn it. I cannot believe I did that. That is so stupid. Save. Save edits. God. That was a lot of money. Duplicate. Close. Alright. Now we have to wait 2 more months before we can even try again. What's our research? We have 5 days till that is done. Still in our researchers. Let's hire about 20 of them. There we go. Supersonic flight. All right. Now we can go into the Space Center. I think all we have to do, I just have to, I don't know if I actually need to like edit it, but we're just going to load up the Bell X2. Gonna pull this off, erase this, put this right there, and give it a white paint job. There we go. Now, it's maximum altitude. I wish I could see. Is that in here somewhere? Get that out of the way. Where is that information at? I could have swore it was in here. I thought. Oh, do I have to unlock it in the thing? Hold on. If I just unlock it in the thing, that's what I keep forgetting to do. That's stupid of me. Purchase the entry cost for that. Edit the Bell X2. Okay. Above 75 kilometers. All right. So to make sure that we have that one, we're going to just save edits. And now we have a solid. Do we have the engine that the Bell X2 would actually use? Let's see. I kind of want to see. And then I want to test it, see what I can do. Because now that we've done that, why is that silver? I did not want that to be silver. Okay, so let's just take a look here. Where is that engine? Ah, there it is, the XLR25. There it is. So that one we don't have quite yet, but we'll eventually get it. But this should work. So maybe I should test it for that 40-kilometer altitude record, but regardless, we're just going to go for it. Gentlemen, I think I can make it. If we like do a really, really steep climb, we should be able to make it. If not, we're kind of SOL. Screwed out of luck. Alright, get that training done. And I'm going to have Willie do it today. Willie, you're setting the altitude record. Put you at 200 kilometers away again. Shoot. Fill tanks and launch. This is it. Ugh. This one's going to be able to do it. I promise. This actually is going to do it this time. No jokes. Dead serious. Okay, we're off the ground. 3, 2, 1. Ignition. Pull it up. We're going to go up to 45. Start with 30. And then once we start accelerating, well, we're still accelerating. Let's keep going. Should be fine. We should burn through enough fuel that we start accelerating again really, really quickly. So I think we should be alright. All we're going for is altitude now. Forgot to add that science back to it, but that's fine. All we're going for is altitude. Having that orbit info might be good, so that way we can see how high up we go. The moon setting behind us. Thrust to weight ratio is increasing slowly. It's pull up another 15 degrees. I bet you we can. Just keep it stable. There it goes. Just a little bit more. I think that's good enough. 'Cause I don't think we can get any more out of it. No, she's struggling to hold even this. 50 degrees is, I think, the max that we're going to be able to do with this. But we should be able to accomplish it. Just got to get above 40 kilometers. And I think we can do it. I think we have just enough to do this. Come on. Come on. Pick up the pace. $28. It is really struggling to hold this attitude. Come on, push it. Push it, keep pushing. Come on, we can do it, we can do it. We're almost there. Keep pushing. Keep pushing, keep fighting. 5 more kilometers, come on. 4. Damn it. Come on. Keep pushing. 37. 3 more kilometers. We can do it. We can glide our way up there. Pick a thermal up. Pick up a thermal. Come on, Willie. We're so close. Oh, damn it. Okay. Time to glide back. Not quite. I think our thrust to weight ratio was just too low. I think we're going to need to upgrade these engines just a little bit. That was really close. If we can just get a little bit more thrust out of it, I think we'll be okay. And we'll have that one. This will be good. This will be good. This is good. That was really good. I think we did a really good job there. Now, Willie, you didn't suffocate, so we definitely did add the correct thing. I don't know if it was necessary for us to take it off and put it back on, but I wanted to just make sure that that was the case. All right, we're coming in a little fast, Willie. Start a turn. Let's not do that too fast. I'm sure Tower has some questions for Willie as to why he's doing all this. Is it really all that necessary? To which I say, yes. Yes, it is. Real easy to... Let's try and actually land on the center line. Here we go. Please stop in time, 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 please stop in time. Thank you. All right. Well, that wasn't unsuccessful. That wasn't that wasn't a failure. So, it wasn't successful though. So, need to make some modifications to it. So let's go in and edit. So, more thrust is what we need. I don't want to add more engines. That's just too easy. I want to, because I really like this design. So let's go to the engine GUI. So this one's thrust is 26.7 or 24.5. This one 26.7, 37.6. Don't know why I can't get these right now. But this one, even though it doesn't have any extra ignitions, it does have more thrust. Let's simulate this. Let's see what happens. Probably need to be into daylight, but regardless. Yeah, we're fine. Don't need to see what I'm doing. All I need to see is that this thing works. Oh, I forgot to add the fuel. That's my problem. I have a lot of problems right now. So these both XLR 11. Okay, so these are both swapped. Okay. I bet you this is the one that does it though. So anyway, okay, 35 views out of this. Nice. So if we can get this to work. Okay, so maybe this will work. Maybe. Forgot to add that thing. We'll do that once we get back in. Don't let me forget, you guys over here. Mike, should probably like pull the camera back so that way I can actually see myself, but other than just my head. Okay. I bet you this one, this upgraded engine, will be able to do some crazy stuff like push us into hypersonic speed. But I think I want to do the X15 for that one because I don't want to pull too much of a risk with this. So we'll accomplish this. Mission of 40 kilometers. And I'm not even going to finish the whole mission in the simulation. I just want to see if this engine specifically can get us above 40. Which I think it can, because we are definitely screaming our way up there. 6. And we can honestly probably push this thing way further, because once we get that, we can push it. We can get ourselves up to about 75 kilometers. That's going to be our limit. Our max altitude limit. Oh yeah, I think this thing can do it. Let's see how far we can push this thing. Six. 40. Nice. So once we get this contract done, then we can start getting the X15 out, or at least we can start designing it. We use the same sort of engine configuration that we've got here. We can get up to 50. We can push it. Oh, nice. 50. Okay, perfect. That's all I wanted to know. Because I don't feel like landing at night or pushing the simulation further than we need to. Let's make sure we add supersonic flight for right now. Oh, okay. Well, we need to modify the hangar. So we save this like this. Cancel edits. Hop into the hangar. Pull that up. Modify the hangar, and then we'll edit it. I wish you could put like a Q down, you know? Modify. Slow and steady. Here we go. Okay, because I don't have the hanger anymore. Okay, here we go. Installing the new equipment on board the Hermes. Or not the Hermes, the X2. Literally a 15-hour. Alright, we're going to prep for air launch. Do we still have... Alright, Peter. Peter is ready to go. To pick up where Willie left off. 3, 2, 1. Ignition. Both engines lit. Going up to that 60 degrees. Losing speed slowly, but I think we're going to be fine. Reach 40 kilometers. That's all we have to do is reach 40 kilometers. We have 2 minutes of burn time left. Starting to pick up speed now. This down here like this. Okay, 18. Halfway there. 40 more kilometers. Just gotta get to 40. That's all you gotta do. So you just gotta get to 40, Peter. Highest point, 27 kilometers. 1 minute left in the burn. 29, 30, 10 more kilometers, 50 seconds left in the burn. 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, engine off. Keep pointing at prograde. I want to stay as close as we can to that. Alright. That part of the objective is done. Now all we have to do is come home. Try and maintain this part right here. Still just off the coast. I think we went a little further away than I'd like. So we're going to have to glide way more. How far off did we go? I think I see the coast over there. We should be okay. Let's try and maintain. Continue decelerating, but go down. Okay, sorry. Sorry I got all quiet. Wow, we're almost up to 40 views. Nice. Although I think I only have 4 people actually watching. 40 people have checked me out. Nice. I appreciate you all being here. Sorry I haven't been very talkative with it, any of y'all. this anymore. Don't need that, don't need that, don't need that. July 2nd. Peter is really hoping to get home so that way he can celebrate 4th of July with his family. And once I land this, I think we'll have a conversation about the plans for the next stream, or at least my hopes for the next stream, and then I've got to probably at some point start editing the video using some of that footage that I have from the Soviet Union. Might break it up into 2 different videos, each nation. That was a good flight right there. That is. Okay, I'm coming way too fast. Need to slow it down a little bit. Not really, like time, really. Let's try and just drop our speed just a little bit. Not too much. Gear down.
And
I'm almost done.
if you want to go get something to eat, you can. I think I burnt the pizza.
No, I'll have the pizza. I'll have the pizza.
It's overcooked.
That's okay.
It's really dark.
That's okay.
I don't think it is.
Let me decide. Good stop. No sign. Okay. Please don't tip. Please don't tip. Okay. Here we go. That's a good. And there we are. We can hit recover. Yes! Oh. I don't feel stressed out. I'm honestly impressed with how good the X2 flies because I don't feel stressed out about landing it anymore. Usually I get like my blood pressure like super shoots up whenever I'm landing aircraft because that's not something that I like doing very often. I mean, I want to fly space shuttles and stuff like that and land them from orbit, and so I got to get good at that. But like, you know, these space planes, especially in this early career, when you've got crew on board, and you know you really don't want to kill them because you want that crew. It just, you know, my stress levels go way up. So anyway, let's look at how well we're doing with this. We have these two next, and then these two will be with our X-15. So let's see if there's any X-planes high altitude reach 55 kilometers. I think we can do that with the X2, but we're probably going to have to start working towards our X-15. Let's see what we have unlocked for engines, for jet engines, what I can use. No, that's Soviet. We could probably use the J-57 to build our high altitude airplane, but I want this cockpit. Where is it? Where's that? Wait, is that not unlocked on this one anymore? What is it? Oh wait, no, that's unlocked in high speed flight or hypersonic flight. Yeah, that's unlocked here, and this has 12, and I need satellite era materials. How much time do we have on that? We have a little bit of time where we could gun for that. So what's another mission we could go for? So we could also go for, all we got to do is maintain 22 kilometers, and we could use I mean, I could just use the X1 cockpit for that, but I just don't think it looks very good. Could also get low supersonic. Well, we'll do that as we develop the B-52. But we need to get Mach 2 supersonic, yeah. What can I use for the Mach 2 supersonic? Could I use... turbo. I could potentially use the J57 for Mach 2. Most of the Century Series fighters. Yeah, I might be able to do that. If I could just, all I need to do is build a B-52 body. Maybe we can, I mean, it might be close enough that I might be able to build like an early B-52 or B-58 and do that. I mean, all we need to do is push it up above Mach 2. That's all we have to do. So anyway, I think I'm running out of time on my stream. So next time I'm streaming, hopefully sometime tomorrow. I'm going to try and stream every weekend on Saturday and Sundays. And if I can on a weekday, maybe Wednesday or Thursday. It kind of depends on the amount of time the timing that I have. I'm really busy with summer camps right now because, you know, got a day job. So, but I will be announcing the streams in the same servers and the same Discord servers that I've posted. And if nothing else, if you guys have enjoyed this stream and if you enjoy my content, I recommend just checking out some of my other videos on the channel. My personal favorite, if you are brand new to Kerbal Space Program, I do have a tutorial series where I do show you guys how to play Kerbal Space Program. Fair warning, it is an older video of mine that it's not the best, but it is one of my favorites. Another favorite video of mine that I have made is the rocket math video. I can't remember the name of it. I'm gonna look, see what that name is. Content. That was in my designing spacecraft for pilots series. Oh yeah, designing launch vehicles. That was one of my favorite. That's one of my favorite videos that I have made. And then finally, if you really like my Realism Overhaul content, go ahead and check out the original, my original Ad Astra series to kind of see what to expect with when the videos start coming out. So I appreciate you guys stopping by and joining me in the stream.